We're doing this for Pisces, and it may or may not resonate with you. And if it doesn't, you might want to check out some other readers or something. But for those of you that it does resonate with, that's great. And we're doing tag team readings. Seth is reading the cards, and I will be reading the runes.
And if this does resonate with you, please comment. We would love to know. We'd love to know if we're on the right track.
Indeed. Alrighty, so the question is, what does Pisces need to know for the remains of the month?
Of February 2020.
Okay. First picture. Okay, so the very first thing that I see up is a rune by the name of Isa. And Isa is basically ice. Now, water is generally symbolic of the flow of emotion. It's symbolic of things in the subconscious and, the ebb and flow of things. With Isa, it's ice. So it's as if the emotions maybe are blocked in ice. There's not a lot of movement in emotions currently. There's not a lot of growth or anything. It's basically being stuck in the dead of winter. Again, this is the primary rune that came up first, is the rune of non-movement, of stagnation.
Child, you depressed. You're overwhelmed, you depressed. Things are getting to you. You need to just rest this time. You're a Pisces. You feel everything really deeply. You're going to be okay.
Oh, the next rune I have up is dealing with the working union. There's something in your universe, and it looks like it's internal, which goes with the depression. It is basically a working union that doesn't appear to be working currently. And I believe it's an internal thing. Weirdly enough, this internal thing to me seems to have been caused by external forces. It's like something came in from outside of you and it pushed you off your balance and got you where you're like having to rethink your beliefs in yourself, or something about yourself has been knocked askew.
Child, your inner bitch is showing. You're inflexible. You've been trying to run things your way. You're a Pisces. You're very emotional. You take, you're an underdog person. And so a lot of times you get stray people into your life that are not of your highest good, and they bite you. Maybe it's a stray animal too. But here's the deal. Put down the sword for a minute. Open yourself up. Let the love come in. You don't have to be so defensive.
Yeah. Which leads beautifully into the next rune that I have up. This one is in the conscious realms, and it deals with the sun. It deals with growth. It deals with light. It deals with the energy. And it deals with the need to open up to those things. I think my sense is that you have been hurt, and I don't know if this is going to anyone in particular or not. I have a feeling that you had somebody that potentially might have been relationship fodder who did a number on your head, and you have other options that are available, but I think you're closing them down. You're closing them out, is my sense. Again, if that resonates with you, that's great. If it doesn't, take the initial thing that I was saying, which is that you have the energy of the sun coming in, and it's vision, light, warmth, and clarity. So things will be clearing off for you. You should be feeling more comfortable within yourself coming up.
Woohoo, you got the happy family. Everything's coming to roses for you. Relationships that you thought were no longer working are going to start working again, and relationships that no longer work are out of there. And it's coming back into a time of you feeling balanced in relationships. And you know you Pisces love relationships.
The next rune that I've got is in the unseen. Ah, the thaw. What I've got here is the rune for the flow of emotion. It's finally going from ice into that flow. However, it's still in an unconscious or unseen position. So there is a thaw coming. Your emotions should start working. If you have a relationship that you're interested in, or potentially another relationship coming in, that flow is going to start. But it's not yet. You have time of waiting. You have a period of needing to adjust yourself before this can actually come into you.
Pisces, listen up. You're headed into a time of the craftsman where your creative juices are about to start flowing, and you're going to need to create and build and go with it. You've got some magic coming. Out your fingers, out your mouth, out your, wherever your creativity coming from. You're the craftsman, you're building up. The other thing too is you may be offered a new job or some kind of promotion at your work. Go for it. You deserve it.
I have one final rune that came out with this, and it's dealing with the self, and it's mid part of the turn, and basically that's an indication again of just needing to get right with the self. You have a working union that hasn't been working, and again, it's thrown you completely off your stride. It's thrown you completely off balance. It has made you very, very defensive. You need to follow the path of your emotions in order to bring yourself upright, because you're about to be standing on your pointy little head in a mud puddle otherwise.
Well, the good news is that you've got family energy coming in to help you out. And it's not necessarily a family of origin, but the family of choice. That you're reconnecting. You're coming out of this time of depression. And so you're going to be very raw. And these people are like the salve for your soul. So just embrace them and go with it. And this whole reading is about relationships, which you love relationships. So you're going to be right in your energy mode. You're going to feel really good. You'll be waking up singing joyous things in the morning. Just get through this time. Things are looking up for you.
If I remember correctly on that one also, it indicates a great deal of stability, does it not?
It can.
I think that
it's a pinnacle. And pinnacles are earth, and they're stable.
Okay, because part of what I was picking up with the runes here is that there was a feeling of an instability, because again, it feels like the self has got knocked off center in all of this. The working union that has been being relied on for all this time got bumped out of whack. So I think that's the other thing, maybe, is based on what you're saying, is that there may be some stability coming back in finally.
Also, one more thing that occurs to me is that if you get your feelings hurt and you hold on to that grudge, then you don't allow all the good stuff to come in. So even to forgive someone does not mean that you endorse their behavior or you accept their behavior back into your life. It means that you release them to their highest good so you can move on. It's a gift you give to yourself.
It's a gift that keeps on giving.
That's right.
All right. Well, Pisces, thank you very much for joining us this evening. It's been a pleasure. We hope that this resonated with you. If it didn't, we would like to know. We're curious about people's responses to this tag team reading that we're doing. So thank you again. We appreciate your time. Have a great day. Bye-bye.